What are you drinking?
I am drinking
You gotta show it off. Show it off to the boys and girls.
the Guinness Foreign Extra Stout.
What am I drinking? Because you made this. It's vodka?
No, what?
Whiskey.
Yes.
Okay.
Very good job. Whiskey.
Okay.
I think it's called Devil's River. Cherry juice.
Okay.
4 cherries, because I know you like a little extra sweet. And then bitters.
You know, out of all the sweet things, I'm not a cherry person.
Well, drink
They're
it.
like
well, drink it.
They're like the berry that no one talks about.
Whatever.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to JPMP. I'm Justin.
Sorry, I was replying to a YouTube comment. Sorry.
Today we are listening to... I'm going to mispronounce this so bad.
Labi Siffre.
Now, we're going to listen to the song I Got The, which is apparently one of his most popular songs. I have no idea who this is. I don't know anything about this guy. I have literally never heard of him. I just want to take a moment to look at this album cover. You can kind of see it, but this guy is fly. This is the smoothest man I've ever seen in my life.
He's like a...
He's just...
He is like a...
brazen.
Yeah, brazen. Yeah. Brazen's not the...
Breezin'.
Oh, breezin'.
Breezin'. Seriously, thank you guys so much for not only always supporting the channel, supporting, but always watching us, enjoying us, giving us your views on the songs and the donations. Everything helps.
You guys write quite a bit.
And we love it. We love the passion in there.
Somebody wrote this entire musical theory.
Oh yeah, on Michael McDonald. It was
straight up essay.
It was. Oh my gosh.
I read it and then I just got lost for a second and I read it the next day.
It was so good though.
Yeah.
Pete Watson Wales, dude, you came at us with like the write up, research paper, essay, like that was Harvard stuff right there.
I'm like, what?
Like. See, I can't follow that kind of stuff because I don't know music theory in that.
Well, I think that's something you can learn, even though if you don't play it to that extent. I think at some point, like both of us, like I don't know much about it.
Yeah.
Definitely not like that.
No.
I just play.
I just play what I know sounds right.
Dude, I got my other distortion pedal working.
Did you?
Yeah, and there's like Velcro on the bottom.
Are you like playing now a little bit?
Yeah.
Maybe next time we play like Genesis, you can like try and copy the riffs. Anyways, seriously, thank you guys. Let's get into it. Let us know what you think of the song. Join us on Twitter. This is Labi Siffre with I Got The 2005 remaster.
It's actually probably a lot simpler.
And it's don't have the lyrics.
Labi Siffre? Siffre?
Labi Siffre.
Let's go.
Sipping song.
I'm expecting like a really deep voice. Soulful. Let's go. Close.
This is good.
I'll tell you what I read. Hang on. I have to send this to my wife right now. What? I'm almost crying right now. front door, man. Shut up.
That's good.
I can't even.
This makes me want to play bass again.
You want to borrow a bass? I have one.
It's one of those days.
Wait till you hear the date. That sounded way louder on here.
It was, yeah. This is why I love this channel. This is the stuff. This is what
1975.
1975.
Are you kidding me?
Timeless.
No. I know it's not the alcohol because I ate.
I didn't.
You always do that.
Look, I come here after work. I usually I eat breakfast, yes, and then lunch. I don't usually.
Honestly, I'm just trying to build your tolerance on it. Here.
Well, ask me in 3 videos, and we'll see where my tolerance level's at.
1975. Okay, for example,
Please.
this blows me away for a couple reasons.
Yes.
So this morning, all right, check it out. So
Here we go.
This morning, I got up, took my parents to wherever they needed to go today, right?
Okay.
You know, they had asked identities. They had asked a couple weeks ago. I'm like, yeah, I'll take you. I'll take grandma. No big deal.
Take grandma.
All right, so I took her. Came back home. Before I came back home, I picked up some flowers for Ashley.
It's very nice.
It's Friday.
It's very sweet.
3 for $12. Publix. 3 for $12. And, I made some breakfast, right? Corned beef hash, sausage with some garlic.
Where's my brunch, bro?
Hang on. With some garlic. Red onion, tomato, little cilantro, right? Over easy eggs on the side.
It's good.
Right?
Salty.
Got her some coffee at Starbucks today.
That dark brew.
Right? Yeah. Almond milk, vanilla, right? And then I threw on a little Michael Bublé this morning.
Oh, nice.
Right?
Very modern classic.
Just on the TV.
Smooth.
All right. Now, you mentioned something interesting. Modern classic. Ooh. This had a very modern vibe.
Absolutely.
Tell me that it did not.
100% it did.
And I'm
Absolutely.
And as I listened to Michael Bublé this morning, I'd love to listen to him on this channel because I think he's a really great, talented singer.
Absolutely.
After listening to him, that's all I've been thinking about all day, right? Just by happenstance, right?
Yeah.
And so listening to this, I'm like, this sounds like a modern Michael Bublé kind of like
modern
song. And then I'm like, man, and this guy looks like. Like
he's a smooth man.
Yeah, but then I look at the date and I'm like, "Are you kidding me?"
Yeah.
It's just there's so much variation. We'll get into it. There's so much. It's already 15 minutes. There's so much variation.
Yeah.
There's so much going on as far as like what the instruments are doing. It's so clean. It's so smooth.
And there's a lot of instruments in there.
And there's change up, and then there's like a progressive rock, not progressive rock, but just a progressive.
But because
element.
of that structure change, that drop out in the halfway point, that just went boom, boom.
And I'm just like, because there's the standards, right? The standards. There's the Frank Sinatra. There's the Sammy Davis Jr. There's Ella Fitzgerald.
The
there's
Pack,
the Rat Pack.
Those classics, yeah.
Right. There are these guys, and they sound good, but you can tell it's an older style of music, right?
Correct.
Timeless, but still an older style.
Of course.
It was so hard to differentiate.
If no one told you, you wouldn't have known that it was 70s.
It was a verge of like, I almost thought it was like that funk. It had that funk element to it, but then it had this jazz standard style of playing.
Yeah. It changed it up a lot in that.
Can you break it down?
Sure. I got you.
That was... You already know my rating, right?
Yeah. You already know the rating. You guys already know that.
I don't even need to...
Yeah, we don't need to say it.
I'm done. All right. So,
thank you
guys so much for watching.
I mean, from the very beginning, when that music comes in, you already know you're getting quality out of it. From the very beginning.
It sounds better through here.
Okay, awesome riff, right?
Right.
Okay, that's good. Okay, violin. Okay, yeah.
Violin?
Sounds good, right? No, let that beat come in. Let that beat drop. Like, okay. Come on.
Are we sure this is 1975?
From right there, you are drawn into this song. This is an amazing song. And then, of course, the soulful singing coming out.
Oh my God, hang on. Just give me a second.
Please.
You're lovely.
Okay, there's this acoustic stuff.
Interesting.
1973. I'm just picking random songs. What?
This guy's doing everything. Blues.
You know why this is like getting me, right?
Please.
I've started to see myself, honestly, from doing this channel. I like more of this, the Michael Bublé, the Frank Sinatra. Like
this is your thing.
I really enjoy it. This, like, when I started playing guitar again, I started playing a bunch of Chevelle and all that sort of thing, right? Because it's what I was used to. But I've exhausted that when I played in a band.
Right.
Remember?
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
I do.
That's where I delved into that, right? And as I picked everything back up again, I'm like, I want to start learning more blues, more jazz, more of these different, because it's just so foreign to me. And I've enjoyed this style of ebb and flow, mostly because I think...
Is that a contortionist reference? Keep going. Just keep going.
Oh, no. Mostly because I think, like, it's just, like, it's such a simplified version of music in a sense that you can... It's one of those types of music where you can just turn your brain off if you want to, because of that timeless classic... record playing, nostalgic kind of vibe. But if you really want to turn your brain on and listen to it,
there's stuff there. There's so much going on. So much going on.
Because there's so much that goes into the production, and I think more so back in the day because they had very limited. They were very
as
limited.
we mentioned before.
Yeah,
and so it really pushed that to the
like
end.
a camera. A camera, you need to be able to know your composition, know how everything works, and then from there, being that you only have the one camera because that's all you could afford or whatever, you learn to get the full potential out of that.
Exactly, and you can tell that they're getting the full potential
I cut you
out
off,
of this.
but
no,
like,
it's cool.
I just like.
And that's at that break. I love that. When it dropped out.
1973. That sounds like a Chris Stapleton, like...
Yeah.
riff.
Yes, yeah.
But, like...
Because, it's classic blues.
I need more of these.
It's blues. I mean, that's what the core of this... That song, like,
so
you
is
just
this blues
tested.
jazz? Wait, what is this?
Not the song we just did, because that's clearly more funk and soul-driven. But, obviously, from just kind of peeking at his discography, he obviously dips into that. Which is amazing.
I think it's phenomenal.
Yeah, it's amazing that he can...
Amazing. Amazingly.
But it works. Absolutely amazing. Apps amazing. It works.
Oh, that should be the thing. Apps amazingly.
Apps amazingly. Yeah, you're welcome, English. I got you. So
good. It's just good.
Yeah, structure-wise, it's interesting with that midway part,
and
then it brings it all back. I mean, singing is obviously great. The instruments are great. Everything about this is just—it's a good song. Because at first, I thought it was going to be like I don't know the song. I don't remember it, like the name, but that Shaft song, like that kind of like bass note, like where it's like, okay, this is gonna be a funky kind of straightforward song. Okay, and it was funky and straightforward, but then it kept going because this song is like 6 minutes. It's almost 7 minutes.
I didn't even notice.
But it doesn't drag. It does its thing. I don't have a lot to say on it. It's just good. But even though this was the remaster, I mean, obviously the song itself is going to be timeless.
So this is from which album? Remember My Song. I think it's less of the production and more of the... It's just the vibe he's giving. Go.
It's like you had said last week.
What was last week?
And I'm gonna bring another topic into it too.
Are we gonna be ahead after this?
Just no. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it.
Shut up, man.
Because at this time, real instruments are
the thing,
the heart, and what they're using.
Yeah.
And that's why I feel this type of music, through like the 80s and even some of the 90s and some 2000s, music that includes real instruments and that's the core will be timeless, I believe. Right? Modern day music, and I'm talking modern day pop, where it's a lot of electronic elements, digital, creating beats and stuff like that.
Not that it's bad.
Not that it's bad, and of course it has its place, but I don't think that's going to be timeless. Let's look at the pop from the 70s, the 80s. I'm going to exclude the 90s, but one day we'll talk about that.
The 90s?
We'll talk about it one day. It's a shifting point. It's a turning point. But the pop from the 70s and 80s, right? Michael McDonald, pop. It was one of the hits of the radio.
Yeah.
Real instruments, timeless, the voices. It's great. Mm-hmm. It will always be relevant musically, I feel.
Right.
Let's look at modern day pop now. Who are they? Taylor Swift. Give me pop, just regular pop things. Drake, Bieber, Migos rap,
Jonas Brothers.
Jonas Brothers. Okay,
Jonas Brothers came out with a song recently.
I don't want to talk about that right now. You're going to kill my point, and my point will not be killed. Pop now will not be timeless. I guarantee you.
I don't think so.
I guarantee you it will age poorly. In the next 10 years, less probably, no one's going to be thinking back to these songs in a nostalgic sense, like as in like a charm. Yeah. They'll put it on to like say, oh yeah, I used to listen to this song when I was in high school. And then like that'd be kind of be it. Like, oh, it was a cool song. And that's it. But with especially older crowds, you look back in nostalgia and you hear like Michael McDonald, you hear like that kind of stuff.
Right.
And it's still good. Mm-hmm. I don't know exactly where I was ending this point, but point being, this type of music will be timeless.
Crack?
I did. This type of music will be timeless and will always last, shine like a diamond. But modern day pop the majority of it, I feel, will not.
All right, I'm going to compare this back to Polaroids and film cameras. Like, there's still stores up. People look for disposable cameras. Like, disposable cameras are still on sale. Services, as far as, like, processing film cameras, are still available. Polaroids are being, yes, modernly adapted to it. But Polaroids are still being sold, right? They're not that expensive either. No, so they've even bumped down the consumer level prices,
right?
So that it is affordable, so that they can make a lot of money. Because nostalgia, for whatever reason, doesn't leave people. That's the thing,
right?
And I think it's just so interesting how I almost wonder how much longer can this stuff hold up? Because already, go back to the 1920s. People still enjoy listening to that.
Of course.
Right?
Because
it's just so good. People are still buying record players. People are still watching documentaries, old documentaries. People are watching documentaries about old times.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Movies are being adapted so that they're set in the 80s. There is a vaporwave 80s.
Correct.
Vaporwave?
Yes, correct. 100%.
Is vaporwave a music or
It's a type of music and to a more extent style, but yes.
Style, right. That is permeating for whatever reason this era that we're living in. Kids, I sound weird saying that. Kids, 17, 18, 19, 16, right? They're dressing like they're from the 90s now. I think it's ridiculous.
Right.
I'm like, what are you wearing?
What are you doing, man?
I just stick
with shirt's too bright and you look like you're coming from Saved by the Bell or something.
Yeah, whatever. That's besides the point. But what I'm saying is, for whatever reason, that style, this is all coming back.
As things tend to do. And I just I don't see these high profile portrait photographers that do these crazy colors and concepts. I don't really foresee that as being timeless. I foresee I agree.
You look at old photos from World War II, Pearl Harbor, those are moving photos.
Right.
And they're still good. Grain and all.
Exactly. Because that's part of the charm.
This is still good, imperfections in the production or whatever, but for whatever reason, we weren't being as influenced back in the day because we didn't have a window into everybody else's lives.
I will agree with you.
As a result, the music that people made was kind of really just tailored to where they were at the time,
and culturally,
and whatever they can get through the radio, whatever they can get through certain television.
Correct.
But it's definitely not like today,
which was the beginning of influence.
And they were able to be influencers back then because they had very limited knowledge about what everyone else is doing. Now it's so hard to be somebody right now because you're consuming so much media and so much content that you're
inundated.
That you're inundated with everyone else's way of style. So naturally, you watch a lot of Peter McKinnon, you watch a lot of Lost in Vegas or something like that. You want to end up doing something similar like them. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So you almost have to there's movements of people turning off their social media for 30 days. There's movements of
digital cleansing.
It's a thing. It's an addiction. But back then, it's they didn't have that. So they were able to just make more music, and I think that's why it's timeless and still good.
I had a joke, but you kind of ended a little bit, so it would have been awkward. But when you said addiction, I was going to say, they just had cocaine.
Oh yeah, but I think that probably made them write better songs.
I'm not getting into that. I have nothing else to say.
It's a 5, dude. Get out of here.
Obviously.
End it. 28 minutes. Let's go.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Of course, let us know what you think of the song. Of course, let us know what you think of us, the channel, everything. We're here to listen. Join us on Twitter.
We won't listen to everything, though.
We hear everything. We don't listen to everything.
Yeah, I'd be block. Just kidding. You block people.
Yeah.
When it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Ooh, I hate watching these two minorities listen to music. They don't know anything.
Is that what someone said?
Dude, it's all blocked. You never see that. I get it first, and then it's gone.
Did someone say that?
People say that. Not a lot. But the clan's out there, man.
Right there.
They ain't gonna get us!